हरि ओम ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। बोलो ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगी विद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरणं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। बोलो हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। बोलो राम राधे श्याम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। बोलो हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। बोलो राम राधे श्याम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He Nandanand Gopal, Anandanand Gopal. 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 He Nandanand, Anandanand, Yadunandanand Gopal. He Nandanand, Anandanand, Yadunandanand Gopal. He Nandanand Gopal, Anandanand Gopal. He Nandanand Gopal, Anandanand Gopal. He Nandanand Gopal, Anandanand Gopal. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole. Rameshwara Shiva Rameshwara, Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Gamma Dhamma Dhani Sa 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 Gani Sa, Gamma Dhamma Dhani Sa 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 Gani Sa, Gamma Dhamma Dhani Sa 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 Gani Sa. Rameshwara Shiva Rameshwara, Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Someshwara Shiva Someshwara, Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Sani Sani Dhani Dhamma Gama Dhamma Gama Gasa Gama Gasa Gama Dhamma Gama Gasa Gama Dhani Sani Dhamma Gama Gasa. Someshwara Shiva Someshwara, Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole. He Tripurari Namah Shivaya, हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय हे त्रिपुरारे नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर बोले कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि हर हर शंभो शंभो शिव महादेवा शंभो शंभो शिव महादेवा नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मं गराय महेश्वराय नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मं गराय महेश्वराय नित्ययशोधाय दिगंबराय तस्मै नकराय नमः शिवाय हर हर शंभो शंभो शिव महादेवा शंभो शंभो शिव महादेवा शिवाय रुद्राय नमः बोलो शिवाय रुद्राय नमः 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 ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धेन पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनां मृत्युर्मोक्षमयामृतात् ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धेन पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनां मृत्युर्मोक्षमयामृतात्. I ask each and every one of you to please stand as we pay our respect to the body of this wonderful individual we know as Guruji, Uncle Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, the light from inside. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You all can be seated. He Govinda, He Gopal, He Dayanidham, He Dayanidham. He Govinda, He Gopal, He Govinda, He Gopal, He Dayanidham. He Govinda, He Gopal, He Dayanidham, He Dayanidham, He Dayanidham. प्रेम से बोले शिव वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Beloved devotees of God, friends and relatives of the deceased, first of all, on behalf of the Singh family, I first of all take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to what we call the Anteshti Sanskar. We would know it as a funeral ceremony of the late Mr. Ramcumar Singh. Many would know him as Guruji, some will call him Uncle Ram, but he would have touched every single one of our lives in some way or the other. And when I say touch, I mean in a very positive and most importantly, a spiritual way. And this morning rather, our presence here this morning is not to show our face, but we are here to pay tribute and to show gratitude to that wonderful soul who will really be missed a lot. But like I always will say in all my sermons, an individual never dies. Though in this physical realm, in this physical form, we say that the person died. Our scripture declares the soul was never born and therefore it cannot die. But most importantly, he will live in our hearts and in our memory for as long as we also would live, because he was really a positive impact to many, many of us. This morning, I am so privileged to have my brother in Dharma with me, Pandit Anil, and I will ask him at this time to just say a few words of prayer to give consolation to the family and more so for the soul of our Guruji. So at this time, I welcome Pandit Anil.
Sitaram, everyone. Condolences to the family again. This morning, I know after hearing of we was coming, I could recall clearly when I was younger, much younger, when we had. Oh, okay, I'm still young, much younger though. Coming to this home long ago to purchase jalebi. When I was part and parcel of the puja store, purchasing jalebi at that tender age. I've known uncle for quite some time. I mean, long, long time, more than 30 years. And it's a pleasure and honor here this morning to come to join with the Biri family. Again, condolences to you all. And may Bhagwan Shankar be able to impart his darshan, his blessings upon his atma, his soul, in that spiritual realms as he begin his journey from henceforth. So let us all clasp our hands, closing our eyes, and we pray to Bhagwan Prabhu, this child of yours, O Prabhu, dedicated, honored individual, humble individual in the soul and society. May you take into care his atma, his soul that has emerged, and be able to meet you, Prabhu Bhagwan, and assisted across ocean of existence. Bhagwan, this is our humble prayer. Hari Om. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sri Saraswate Mata Namam. Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namo Namam. Om Namah Shivaya Namaha. Hari Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Kapurakaram Karunavataram Sansarasaram Bhujagendraharam Sadavasantam Hridayam Vande Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Prem Suras Ramapati Mahadevi ki jai. So I wish to thank, Panadaran, my brother in Dharma, for allowing me this opportunity here this morning. Thank you very much, Ri.
Prem se bolo Shri Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki jai. Guruji, while he was alive, while this body was alive, he would have allowed a lot of miracles to happen in this home. And this morning, there are many pundits and many holy ones with us. And it's true because of his blessings and the way he lived his life that this is happening. But Anil could tell you many times, families who are very religious and very spiritual, they can't even get a pundit to do the rites and rituals. They can't have one night of satsang, although they try their best. But the mere fact that, since Guruji's passing, night after night we had satsang. Today we have the funeral rites. And we will continue like this for the rest of the week or so. And this is all because he prepared himself. It's not what the family wants. I always say, how you live your life is how you would leave this world. You prepare yourself for your destiny. You are the makers of your own destiny. How you make your bed, so shall you lie. From the day I heard that, I stopped making up my bed. Okay, that's just a little humor. But my dear friends, sometimes when things happen, we're quick to blame this one and blame that one and point fingers and, But I always say, how come when good things happen to us, we knock our chest and we say, yes, I did it. But when difficulties come, we will never accept that I did that too. When difficulties come, we quick to pinpoint finger, she do this, he do that, and we always blame everybody except our own self. I want to remind you this morning, don't let this Anteshti Sanskar this morning just be a ceremony, no. But let it be a learning process. Let it be a reminder to each and every one of us that despite his spirituality, and all the good he would have done, today he has to exit this world. He's about to begin another journey, my dear friends, the afterlife journey. And this is a reminder to each and every one of us. Chahe ho raja, chahe bhikari. Whether you are king, whether you are a beggar, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether you are Hindu, Christian, or Muslim, one day we would be lying in a box like this. It might not be so beautiful, but you know what? We will all have to go through this ceremony one day. Take stock of yourself, my dear friends. There's a beautiful prayer that I'm sure everybody knows. And it goes like this. You don't know what you have until it's gone. And like our Prime Minister once said, if you didn't hear it because you was opening or closing the fridge, I do it again. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Many people, unfortunately, only learn to appreciate what they had and not what they have. We appreciate what we had and not what we have. Life, my dear friends, is too short, and too often we take life for granted. We see somebody looking strong and healthy. Little do you know the difficulties they are facing. Guruji for many years was ailing. And many people may not would have known that. You know why? Despite how ill he was, sometimes his children have to quarrel with him. Because he will get up and he will move like he's still a young boy. He will operate as though he's the healthiest man on this earth. He would operate as though Lord Shiva would run away one day. And that's reality. And I was saying that a few days ago right here, what I admired about him most, because most of you would know, I've spent most of my life in this home. And I say most of my life in this home. It's reality. And what I admired about him, you know, some of us will wait till 6 o'clock in the evening to light a diya. Or some of us will wait till Shivratri to go and worship Lord Shiva. This man will be sitting normal, and he just get a vaps, Uncle Chilo. And you will see he will go by the lingam, bathe the lingam, worship the lingam, do his prayer, take out his mala, do his job. 2 o'clock in the day, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, any hour he get that vaps, he will just pray. And that is a lesson to all of us. You don't need no special time to pray. You know, many people and many Hindus believe we are in Kalmas and we say that's a bad time to pray. That's a bad time to do puja. I want you to understand, my dear friends. Yes, there is auspicious time and there is inauspicious time. But as a Pandit, as a Hindu, I will tell you, there is no auspicious time to pray to God. There is no unauspicious time to pray to God, because Bhagavad Gita reminds us that every second we depend on God. Lord Krishna says, not even a blade of grass would shake without my grace. Everything is with the will of God. Always remember this. Always remember this. As a matter of fact, I want to also draw a point. We had a superstition in Hinduism, and I'm not attacking Hindus because I'm a Hindu too, but it's reality and we need to correct it. After the Bandhara finished, the first Bandhara, people go say, oh God, girl, you can't do no prayers, you know. You can't go to the temple, you can't do this, you can't do that. Anything to do with God, Uncle Chilo, we can't do, because you know what? For a whole year, we in mourning. And I want to tell you, it's only prayer could help the soul. It's only prayer could help us. But to go to the boat cruise and to go to the chutney show, there is no restriction to that. But when time for me to do my prayer, to do my puja, well, I go kill idea this year, you know. Because, you know, Guruji died a few months ago. And that is a mistake we have been making all the time. I always say there is something called Ashtalakshmi. There are 8 forms of Lakshmi. Nobody is saying if you're in mourning, that you have to light 100 and 1,000 diyas like every year. But in your little prayer room, light 8 diyas at least. Light 8 diyas and pray to Ma Lakshmi. Ma Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth. She's the goddess of prosperity. Which one of us in our home don't want prosperity? I know when we hear the word prosperity, the first thing that I think about is wealth. But you know, I know many people have all the wealth and they're not happy. I know many people have all the food in their house and they can't eat when the day comes. So prosperity is not just having wealth. But when you you share prosperity, you have inner peace and happiness. And I want to tell you this morning that you see Guruji here, he is one of the few persons who I know had the blessings of Lakshmi Ma. Because he was he had prosperity. Despite difficult times, challenging times, he, same mood. Always smiling, always happy, and will always do what he have to do, never allowing anything to hold him back from achieving his goal. And this morning, I ask you this morning, ask yourself, what is my purpose in life? What is my purpose of existence in this world? Is it only to build a nice house and have a nice car and build a nice account? No. That is to sustain ourselves and to be comfortable in this world. But my true purpose of existence is to burn karma and to build on dharma. We are supposed to burn our karma and build on dharma. But you know what happens? Everything working wrong side. Everything working wrong side. Because we burn dharma by the way we live our life. And we're building karma because we're doing all the wrong things and just building more karma and more karma. So the day when we leave this world, Bhagwan says, you have to go back, you know. Maini chadar odh ke kaise. When you have the opportunity to use these hands to make offerings to God, instead of offering things to God, you use this hand to do all the wrong things. Instead of using the feet to take you to places of pilgrimage, you use the feet to go all the wrong places. Instead you go mandir, you go in madhushala. You know where's madhushala? That place where you go and get a little intoxicated now. Instead use the eyes to realize God. We're using the eyes to see all the faults in everybody. And we just try to correct everybody. And if you think about it, we cannot even correct our own self. We recognize everybody's faults and everybody's mistakes, and we never recognize our faults and our mistakes. And one thing I have learned from him, despite what people will say to you or say about you, he never allowed that to corrupt his mind. He will send love to the very sad persons who would say the worst about him. That is the kind of individual he was. Let his life be a legacy. Let his life be a teaching in our life, my dear friends. And don't wait till tomorrow and next week and next month, because no one is assured that you're going to be here tomorrow. No one is assured that you're going to be here in the next hour. Nobody's assured you're going to be here even in the next minute. That is how life is, my dear friends. So live each moment as though it is your last. What you have to do tomorrow, do it today. And what you have to do today, do it now, for tomorrow may never come. Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Please let us stand for one moment again as we begin this wonderful ceremony this morning. I ask the 5 boys to come in front. Shiva, you on top. Wash your hands. Om Hasta Prakshanam Samarpayami. Shri Narayan. Narayan. Shri Keshavaya. Again. Shri Madhavaya. Wash your hands. Hasta Prakshanam. Hasta Prakshanam Samarpayami. Shri Narayana Nama. Shri Keshavaya Nama. Shri Madhavaya Nama. Wash your hands. Hasta Prakshanam Samarpayami. Hasta Prakshanam Samarpayami. Shri Narayana Nama. Shri Keshavaya Nama. Shri Madhavaya Nama. Hasta Prakshanam Samarpayami. Hasta Prakshanam Samarpayami. Shri Narayana Nama. Shri Keshavaya Nama. Shri Madhavaya Nama. Hasta Prakshanam Samarpayami. Hasta Prakshanam Samarpayami. Shri Narayana Nama. Shri Keshavaya Nama. Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Painty. Kushasitu Deva Kushmali Janatma Kushmadi Svari Deva Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara. Kushasitu Deva, one for each. Kushasitu Deva Kushmali Janatma Kushmadi Svari Deva Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara. Chandan So at this point in time, we're about to begin. We're going to make the sankalp. A sankalp is a declaration that we're going to perform the Shantishi Sanskar, but it does not end here. However, we're making that declaration, that vow, that we're going to perform these rites and rituals, not by the he say and she say and them say, but according to our scriptures, the guidance of our scriptures. We're going to do to the best of our ability and our knowledge, Prabhu. And please, whatever little we do here this morning is just an act of gratitude. I want to remind you that this is only a shell. This is only a body. The individual who we have known as Guruji was Uncle Ram is now departed. This is just the shell, the physical form that we would have known to recognize him. Doesn't mean that this is him. But you know, the reason why we have all these offerings, because life itself is supposed to be like a puja. So we're sending back this body now as an offering back to God. From God we have come, and to God we must return. Hari Om. Take his correct name in your mind. Om Vishnur Vishnur Adhya Shri Brahmane Dvitiye पराधेशे श्वेता भरे कल्पे वैश्वता कली प्रथम चरणे चनदा देश अमुग्रामे अर्थवत अंतर्गत ब्रह्मवर्तिक देशे पुण्य क्षेत्रे बौरा अंतरे वर्तमान यह नाम संवत्सरे अमुक्यामि अमुक मासे अमुक पक्षे अमुक तिथौ अमुक वत्सरे अमुक कर्णे च अमुक राशि स्थिते सूर्य और दक्षि स्थिते शंके चेषु Graheshu yata yata rashi stansite Shemuk Nam. Take your names as well. You're making these offerings on behalf of Uncle Ram. Amuk Yajman Nasya Praptya Rishar Anteshi Sanskar Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Pujanam Aham Kalsheme. Say Om Shri Krishna Arpanat, offered by the feet. So you all can sit. Begin with stand. You all keep touching, Om Adhyamuk Gotrasya Muk Pretasya Moti Stanishav Nimitam Snana Mayate Diyate Tavupatishtatam. Hari Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Hari Om Namo Narayana. Chandan, using your index finger now, and you're bringing it downwards. When people are alive, you bring it upwards. Now that he is no longer, you bring it downwards, right? No, use the index finger. Yeah. And all of you will put a chandan as well, right? Om Adhyamuk Gotrasya Muk Pretasya Moti Stanishav Nimitam Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavupatishtatam. Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Keshava Hari Govinda Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Narayana Hari Om. Prem se bolo Shri Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki jai. Perfume. Not only face, Om Adhya Mugotrasya Mukpretasya Motistani Nimitam Gandharam Maya Diete Tavupatishtatam. Give them. वनमाले मुरलीधारी गोवर्धन गिरवरधारी नित नित कर्माकन चोरे गोपी मनहारे नित नित कर्माकन चोरी गोपी मनहारे गावो रे नाचो रे रस रचायो रे आवो रे कान्हा रे गोकुल के प्यारे गावो रे नाचो रे रस रचायो रे बोलो हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम. So at this time they're about to offer the malas, and I want to make one point before they do this. The time to place a mala on an individual, especially our parents, is not really necessarily on this day. Let's be realistic. The time to give that mala, and Uncle Malu would agree with me, is while they are alive. When they could raise their hand and bless you. Can you imagine these boys doing arti this morning? With all the love. And Guruji decided to raise his hand to bless them. Before they start to run, I done reach by the main road already. Don't watch my size now, run when it comes to these things. The time to get the blessings of individuals is while they are alive. Never wait, my dear friends. So let all these things that is happening be a reality check for us. And when we leave here, let us try to make a little transformation in our life. I would always say, very humbly, that when we go to these ceremonies and you go to yagya and you go to puja and you learn something, use that information to bring transformation. Don't wait till a cremation and that it is your intention to get this education. So whilst we're doing this to send off the body like a puja, this is not really the time to really place a mala. The time to give that mala and that flowers and show that love, not only on Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and Father's Day, no. Every day, show some form of love. Because you know what? Especially when it comes to parents, you can never ever repay fully that depth of gratitude. Today, children know nothing but gratitude. We only know about attitude. True or not true? If you have to develop an attitude, let us learn to develop an attitude of gratitude. You would notice that the malas are burst. It is not a full mala. Why? Because now the actual significance is that I must now detach myself from this physical form that I would have known as Dad. This physical form I would have known as Aja and Nana. I have to realize that after the cremation is finished today, this form will be reduced to ashes. I will no longer see this body and no longer see this form that I would have called Aja. So we have to learn to detach ourselves. And everything in life, do not be too attached, because one day you would certainly have to let go, my dear friends. Hari Om Adhya Mugotrasya Mukpretasya Motistani Shau Iti Shi Pushpamala Maya Dieteta Upatishtatam Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nat Narayana Vasu. I apologize for all the exercise this morning, but this have to be done. Let us all stand as we now have the arti will be done. So you're going to wave it. All of them will wave as well after, and then you go around 5 times. Om Adhya Mugotrasya Mukpretasya Moti Stani Shau Iti Shri Nimam Deepam Maya Dhyate Tau Patishtatam. We all know this bhajan. Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukiyon ko dukh doot kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो. जब चारों तक keep waving the light यारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवल हारा हो फिर तो है बेरा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे. पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा. पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा. जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नारायणम जानकी वल्लभम राम नारायणम जानकी वल्लभम. श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. You can now be seated. At this time, we are blessed to have the presence of the Council for the Philistine Endeavor area. And although he is Kuva North, he is here to represent our very hardworking MP, Mr. Ravi Ratiram. So I'll ask our councillor to say a few words on behalf of the Member of Parliament for Kuva North.
Sitaram, everyone. At no funeral, it's always a good time to say a speech or someone would say, as Panditji said, when the person is alive, you can tell them all what you need to tell them. And that is the time they want to hear. Laying before us here, he cannot hear anything that we would want to say now. So, doesn't matter the relationship, whether it's close, far, or indifference. When you can tell somebody you love them, or that you care, or just a little hello, take the opportunity and do it now. For the past month, I'm from Felicity. I've been going to funeral, maybe 2 a day, 1 a day, up to yesterday. A teacher who taught me from kindergarten, I'm talking about 1973, passed away yesterday. I see a couple persons here who was in that funeral as well. You know, I take it for granted her husband, well, is a pundit. You will go from time to time and just say hello and walk out. But never know that this day would come when I would have to go now and, you know, some of the things that I would have liked to tell her. Like, thank you for giving me that first education to be the person that I am today. I never get that opportunity, or I got the opportunity and I fail to convey that message. So today I'm saying it to you all. Whatever you have to say to your parents, your loved one, or just someone in your community, take the opportunity and say it. And to the family, the bereaved family, my deepest condolences to you on behalf of His Worship, the Mayor of Shogunas, Faik Mohammed, our MP for Kuva North, Ravi Ratiram. May you all get the strength. May Lord Krishna give you the strength to go on from strength to strength. And remember, absent from this body is in present with the Lord. Whatever faith you may belong to, always remember that absent from this body is oneness with your Maker. I thank you all for this opportunity, and remember, let us share our love while we are alive, not when we die. And most of the time, we would meet up family, relatives. If it's not a funeral, it's at a wedding. And then we would socialize, and after that, we go on our merry way. Because our life gets so busy that we don't take time for social gathering, for family. But technology is in our hands now, that we could reach out to anyone and tell them, hey, how you doing? Have a good day. You never could tell. That could make someone day because you don't know their situation, the loneliness or the downtime. And by you just telling them something nice would make that person day and change their mentality for the entire day, entire week. Again, you know, it is always a sad time in these occasions, but it's a celebratory time to know that the person lived their full life and now he is in one with his Maker. I thank you to the family again. My deepest condolences. And may you all stay strong, have faith in each other, and support each other. Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Councillor Joku, on behalf of the MP. At this time, we're going to join in a link of audio coming all the way from Orlando in Florida. One of his nieces, Amma. At this time, I pass you over to Amma, who will now speak to each and every one of us.
Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Guru Dev Namam. Om Namo Bhagate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. My humble pranams, firstly, to that Atma of Guruji. My humble pranams to our loved Panditji Taran. He has given out of his love and service, always there for not only our family, for our community at large. To all the Pandits, Gurus, and Swamis and Swaminis present, to the light within each and every one, Swagatam, welcome and pranam. My mom Wati, you know, the last of the Mohicans standing, she's here with me, and her heart and Atma is there with you all. She wishes to personally welcome each and every one today as we celebrate the illustrious life of her brother. He was born on the 24th day of, January. He was born as Ramcumar. Some knew him as Ram Boy, others as Ram. And today, on the 24th day of March, We're doing the final rites, the Antishti, but he's leaving as Guruji. We take a moment to give our love, our salutations, prostrations to that Atma who has lived the most illustrious life, one of examples to not only me, to my cousins, to all the people he came in contact with, and those at his feet now and in the past. I had read this to my uncle, and he said one day he did it again. So I dedicate this short poem. It's entitled No Storm Lasts Forever. You don't always notice it, but you're stronger than you think. It's in the way you wake up, and despite the exhaustion, it's in the way you smile, even when your heart aches. It's in the way you keep showing up, even when the world gives you every reason to hide. Strength, my friends, isn't always loud. It's not always about standing tall or moving mountains or winning battles. Sometimes strength is soft. Sometimes it's just the decision to try again, to believe that better days are coming, even when you can't see them yet. So don't doubt yourself. You have survived every hard day, every heartbreak, every moment that felt impossible. And you are still here, still standing, still fighting. That, my friend, is strength. And guess what? It already exists within us. It's the light. It's the light that we came with. It's the light that continues to burn within us, without us, and it's the light that continues, known as the Atma, that which cannot be burnt, cannot be destroyed, always is and always shall be. So be strong, my friends, my loved ones, be strong. So, in addition to the normal suspects, Mr. Singh is known as the son, a brother or brother in law, uncle, husband, father, grandfather. Oh, wow. Mom's reminding me, great grandfather, and friend to each and every one. He was also known as an on top, a businessman like his mom and dad, Mr. Chandraban Singh and Ramdasi Singh. He impressed me though with two of the other things that he did. He was a photographer and he captured beautiful moments, beautiful things, and people, including Rajan, his oldest son, and myself. Flowers, because he would take my grandmother to the most beautiful flower shows in town. And you know what? Karen and Sur will attest to this because he was also a chairplane or a merry-go-round owner operator with Tanti Day. And on weekends, they would set up at fairs and different things. And it was the most fun time for me. But Uncle Ram, Ram Boy, Ramcumar, Guruji, he was a writer. He wrote 4 or 5 books. The very, very first one he wrote was of yoga asanas and postures, very, very early in his practice and of yoga. He wrote a couple other spiritual books, including The Misconception of Kalima, and finally finished very late last year his autobiography, which I can't wait to help My cousins get this up and printed. He was a guru, a mystic, a philosopher, a hatha yoga teacher, a healer, a singer. He played the mouth organ. Remember those little mouth organs pieces that, the guys would play in the days? And he played harmonium as well. But he's a student of life up to the very last. There are many memories I can share with you, but one of them, my mom says she remembers going to Double Bridge and diving into the river with him. And he would always say to her, you go first. Why? It was the protective eye of the big brother. Me, I enjoyed ice creams. Realized only last that that's I had my love cream. He was very, very wonderful, but he's taught me so many things in life. Too many to share with you right now. But the one thing he teach and Tanti Day also is about adhering to your dharma, adhering to teachings. He started off very, very, very young in yoga, practicing of yoga. Yeah, he was a playboy too, and he loved partying. That was the beginning of things. Every month, they would have these parties to celebrate the birthdays that I would be a. Just the other day, Friday it was, I walked into a place with my daughter and they were playing this song that he used to love. As I walked in, it was Dimi, Cuando. And what are the chances of hearing this very old song as you walk into an establishment? It confirmed that he was with me. His Atma shall be with all of us now and always, as long as we keep that memory and that respect and love with us. He too shall show up for you with miracles. I know that Darren told me I had lots of minutes and he wanted me to say a lot, but I won't keep you very long. I will tell you that he was a hatha yoga teacher. He's taught everyone about the light within. He practiced what he preached. Till the end, he did rituals, as Pandadaran just said. He never missed a chance to do good or to teach Dharma. He had time for his chelas, for anyone, his chelas and chelas, anyone, anytime, any hour. I could hear Tanti Day saying now, Bufads, when you go sleep. Anyway, he ate, he walked, and he talked spirituality. He spoke to anyone who would hear, anyone would listen. And over the weekend, I spoke to many people internationally from Canada, here in the US, in Hawaii, Trinidad. And everyone said the same thing. Two things. Remember, smile. And what else? His unconditional allow. And for those who truly know him, his life was a perfect example of a divine being having a human experience. I have vowed to him that I will do his job and my job because it's one job, and that I will serve, that I would guide, that I would teach, and we'll hold hands together and walk, as Pandadaran says. With now, chapter 2, verse 22 of the Bhagavad Gita tells us that this body transitions. It is like water. Water can become solid as ice, as liquid, and then as a gas or fumes when we are vapor cooking a pot of rice, maybe. Just like that, we transition from this body to the next. Very simply. How you live, so shall you die. As one of my gurus, I have promised this to him. My uncle, he has been an inspiration to me. I am who I am today because of my uncles and the great gurus. This great man, this great soul, this great light, one of the best examples of humankind. I want you to allow his life to be an example. His life, his message, his legacy to guide us towards a better human being, for us to be better and better each and every day. His last words when he left. I hope you can guess what it is if you knew him. But chapter 2, Bhagavad Gita, the very last verse 72 says, Arjuna, such is the state of a God realized. The state he overcomes delusion and established in this state, even at the last moment, he attains Brahmic bliss. And Uncle Ram's last words, hugging little Vignesh. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you. My unconditional love and support, especially for my Kunti and her family, my Shiva and her family, and Rajan. Be strong. I love you all. Jai Shri Krishna.
Prem se bolo Shri Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki jai. When you listen to those words of Amma, you can hear that she's actually speaking from her heart. And you see, when you make a positive impact in people's life, this is something that you have to experience. And that's why that speech was so fluent. I know it's a very difficult, emotional time for her, as well as for each and every one of us. But you know, she is one who would have highly respected her uncle. I would have seen that in a few times that I would have met her in Trinidad. And like I said, many of us did not understand what we had in our life. Today, he is no longer going to be with us. Whatever we missed, it will never come back. But like I said, what will live with us and what should live with us is his teachings that he would have taught each and every one of us. Now we have the choice. There is something called choice and there is something called duty. He imparting all his knowledge to us is only one part of it. But we have the choice to either follow or fall low. Do you follow or do you fall low? God loves us so much. He never sent us in this world like puppets. And how he pulled the strings so we go. No. He allowed us that freedom of life. He gave us the freedom of choice. But however, we have to understand, to every choices, there is something called the consequences to our choices. In many homes, we have an aquarium. Many of us cannot testify to this. And in this aquarium, we place our nice goldfish and all the nice fishes that we love. And in that aquarium, actually, we place nice colored corals and all these nice fancy things to look nice. And the filter bringing the bubbles, it looks so beautiful that the children are attracted to it too. But you know something? I gave a thought of something one day while looking at an aquarium. In the mind of that fish, because of all the beauty that is surrounded by, that fish believes he's the Raja of this land. Nobody's enjoying life better than me. Nobody's better than me. Does that remind you of anything? There are many people and persons in this world, whether we like it or not. They think to themselves, because they have all these nice things around them, and they possess all these possessions in life, that makes them greater than anybody else. Take that same aquarium with the fishes and all the nice things, and place it into the ocean, the fishes in the ocean will come there and admire this aquarium. And in the mind of the fishes in the ocean, they think that they are less fortunate than the ones in the aquarium. They think the fishes in the aquarium better than them because of what he possesses around him. But let's take a reality check this morning. What it is that the fishes in the ocean has that the fishes in the aquarium does not have. I know Guruji would have taught you all well, Freedom. The fishes in the ocean has freedom, but because of attachment and maya and illusion, we get caught up in the nice things of this world. And that is what is holding us from achieving our true goal and our true purpose of life, which is mukti, salvation, liberation. Nobody says do not enjoy life and don't have the best and live in comfort. No, God sent us in this world, enjoy. But always remember that to everything that has a beginning, there will certainly have an ending. Don't be attached to anything and anyone. बहुत दिनों के साथी आज जुदा होंगे गुमसुम आखिरियों में आंसू आ रहे आज सुनो हम गीत विदा का गा रहे दो दुख यारे पंछी बिछड़े जा रहे. Separation is something we all will have to face one day. We'll all have to face this one day. If only we can understand that nothing in this world is ours. Nothing in this world is ours. We come to the funeral, we sit down in the chair and they say, this is my chair. Did anybody bring any chair this morning? But we say, that is my chair. And that is how we live in this world. Things that does not belong to us, we say, that is mine. We become like the little child, my one, my one, my one. Well, I have news for you. Nothing in this world is ours. Everything belongs to God. And one day, everything will have to return to God. And I want to remind you this morning, finally, that what we enjoy today was somebody else's yesterday. And what we enjoy today will certainly be someone else's tomorrow. So why are we fighting, my dear friends? The things that has value, we devalue it. And the things that has no value, we attach to it and we put all the value to it. We are like the man has the broken glass, and in his mind, he thinks he have diamond. And the one that have the diamond, throw it away, thinking it is a piece of broken glass. My dear friends, the greatest thing that you can enjoy in life is this thing called family. Family. Family is spelled Family. Father and mother, I love you. And let's ask ourselves this morning, in our home, is there still those things they call love and unity? I remember in my home, years ago, there was always a time that everybody will sit together, have a little chit-chat, enjoy a meal, watch the Indian movie Sunday afternoon. The whole family will sit together. Unfortunately, in this day and time, families only get together for two occasions: wedding and funeral. And that must not be, my dear friends. Let us take time to show appreciation to each other. If it's just a phone call, just a little phone call will go a long way. This morning, I think I've been speaking too much. I'm getting a little bit like Uncle Ram. This morning, at this time, the first pinda will be offered. This pinda is offered in the right hand, representation that while he was alive, he would have used these hands, he would have used this hand to make offerings to God. In a few moments from now, this body will be reduced to ashes. We are asking Bhagwan Prabhu, this is your last offering that will be made from this body. Please accept this offering. Prabhu, if while in this human body, he would have made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously, because nobody is perfect. And I'm going to say this morning as well, like I say in every funeral, if there's anybody present here this morning who would have had some sort of misconcept or some sort of argument with him, this morning you have an opportunity to forgive and forget so that soul could move and be free to the journey to the hereafter. Let us not do anything or say anything to hold back that soul from receiving that goal of life, which is mukti, salvation, liberation. Just as we like people to forgive us while we make mistakes, we need to learn how to be forgiving as well. So this morning, we make this beautiful offering. Get your right palm and you place it in the right palm. Om adhyamuk gotrasya muk pretasya moti stanishav nimitam ayishte pindo mayadyate tavu patishtatam. Right. So at this time, I will give the opportunity to the immediate family first, those of this household and those close relatives, as they'll be given the opportunity to offer flowers, say a prayer, and proceed. And I want to ask that we all try to do this as quick as possible because of the fact that I'm not going to take the sun for granted because this sun has a way of changing its mind in a mere second. And we want a smooth sailing, so as quick as possible. First, the immediate family will come. They can do the arti, place of flowers, and then everybody else will be invited to view the body, and they can make a little offering, and then we'll have the eulogy, followed by the closing. So at this time, I invite the immediate family to do their part. While this is happening, we'll join a few bhajans. Hari Om. प्रभु जी सुख का सागर है प्रभु जी सुख का सागर है सुख करता दुख हरता सुख करता दुख हरता पावन परमात्म है प्रभु जी सुख का सागर है सुख का सागर है सुख का सागर है सुख का सागर है तूफान में जो कश्ती है वो भी जो गगन में है मौजी देखो मन में अब तो ईश्वर है. So the immediate family who's in the audience, you can come forward now. तू वे जो पार लगाता तू वे जो पार लगाता तू रहे परमात्म है. बोलो सुख करता दुख हरता सुख करता दुख हरता पावन परमात्म है प्रभु जी सुख का सागर है जीवन एक उलझन है बातों में न बस जाना जिस राह में राम मिले उस राह में बस जाना। एक बार जो शरण में आता, एक बार जो शरण में आता, वो पूलन यातम है। सुख करता दुख हरता, पावन परमात्म है। प्रभु जी प्रभु जी प्रभु जी सुख का सागर है, सुख का सागर है। गर है सुख करता दुख हरता, पावन परमात्म है। प्रभु जी प्रभु जी प्रभु जी सुख का सागर है। प्रभु जी प्रभु जी प्रभु जी सुख का सागर है, सुख का सागर है, सुख का सागर है, सुख का सागर है। ओम शिवाय ओम शिवाय ओम शिवाय ओम शिवाय शंभु शंकर ओम शिवाय। शंभु शंकर ओम शिवाय, शंभु शंकर ओम शिवाय, शंभु शंकर ओम शिवाय, शंभु शंकर ओम शिवाय ओम शिवाय ओम शिवाय ओम शिवाय, शंभु शंकर ओम शिवाय। Go ahead. This was a beautiful prayer that Guruji would have loved very much, and I dedicate this morning to him. Om Shiva Om, Om Shivaya Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shivaya Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shivaya Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम. कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम. कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम. सदा वसन्तं हृदयाद्वृन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि. ओम शिवाय नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय. नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मं गराय महेश्वराय नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मं गराय महेश्वराय नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मं गराय महेश्वराय नित्ययशुधाय दिगंबराय तस्मै नकराय नमः शिवाय ओम शिवाय नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय
अनिल चौहान कराओके जगत
If there is anyone did not get the opportunity to come forward, this is your opportunity at this time, because we want to move a little forward now as we're getting very close to the end of this morning's proceedings at the home. So if there's anybody didn't get to view the body or make an offering of flowers, this is your opportunity now. If not, so this time, let me ask Auntie Camila, to say a few words this morning, requested by the family members.
Greetings of love, pure feelings, and good wishes to the bereaved family and all friends and well-wishers of this beautiful soul that was once enthroned in a body that was identified as Ramcumar Singh, who was one of my Lokik gurus from my very early childhood days. Recently, my sister passed, and Ram came to the satsang to spend time with the family. And that was the first night of the 1 month satsang. And a student asked a question, not a student really, a visitor who came to the satsang. And Ram was talking, and she asked him, how do you know it's your 84th birth in the 500 years cycle? There were pundits and there were other people. Nobody couldn't answer. And this is what this beloved, beautiful, beautiful soul said. Once you recognize God as Shiva, it is your 84th birth. Otherwise, you will worship the Son of God, you will worship deities and everything otherwise. But the time you recognize God as Shiva, that is when your 84th birth is revealed. And the next night he came and he asked, what is death? Can anybody define what is death? So I said, when the soul leaves the body. And he continued to talk. He said, I want to ask a question. Can the elements die? Your body is made up of elements, the 5 elements. Have you ever heard elements die? Or have you ever heard a soul die? He said, what is that? He said, all the elements go back to the respective places, and the soul will come birth after birth. And with this, what did he demonstrate to us? He demonstrated that he lived by teaching and he teach by being. And this was done in so many ways. Whenever I walk in here, this beautiful soul was always happy, joyful, and always welcoming. That is the beauty of the soul that he demonstrated. He always demonstrated the innate qualities of a beautiful soul: peace, love, bliss, joy, happiness. The minute you walk in here, he was always ready to give you something. I used to work at the Trinidad Express, and this used to be my place of lunch. I used to come for lunch every day. And at that time, Ram would always be waiting in front. You know what he demonstrated? That of a devata. Devata come from the root word da, to give. He never come like a leuta, gimme, gimme, gimme. He was a devata. He always demonstrated the beautiful quality of a devata. And the last time we spoke, he said, what you remember? You remember the last chapter in the Bhagavad Gita? Man Manabhav, and his definition was be M-I-N-E with your M-I-N-D. Be God, remembrance. This is what he demonstrated. Today, as I stand in front of this body, I ask God Shiva, the Father of all souls, Baba, sweet Father, you are the Father of all souls. You know the destination of this soul. You know the journey of this soul. And Baba, only you can take my pure feelings and good wishes and instill happiness wherever this soul will travel now on its onward journey. Sure.
Thank you very much, Auntie Camila. I know you were very close to Guruji. I know you would have been very fortunate to visit him a few weeks ago, just before his passing. And I know your love is with this family. I've known you since I was a little child as well. And I know the caliber of individual you are. And I must thank you as well for the support and the good words of wisdom you always give to me, to give me that strength and courage to continue in this path. At this time, before we have the eulogy to be done by Lalita, there is a beautiful bhajan placed in your pamphlet. Mere man vina ki tare. It was one of Guruji's favorite bhajan. From the moment I started to sing this song, he will get up and he will dance. This morning, I want to dedicate this beautiful bhajan to him. And if you all know the bhajan, you all can sing along as well. Mere man vina ki tare, har pal Shiv ka naam pukare. मैंने शिव से लगाए लगन, हो लगन मैंने लगाए लगन, जब बोले का नाम प्रेम से सुबह शाम, जब भोले का नाम प्रेम से सुबह शाम, शिव के भक्ति में हो गए मगन। मेरे मन वीणा की तारे, हर पल शिव का नाम पुकारे, मैंने शिव से लगाए लगन, ओ लगन मैंने शिव से। तोरे जग के झूठे बंधन, शिव भक्ति में रंग के जीवन, मन में शिव है, शिव में है मन, कर दिया उनको शिव से अर्पण। शिव ही मेरा धर्म, शिव ही मेरा करम, शिव ही मेरा धर्म, शिव ही मेरा करम, साथी है ये धरती गगन। मेरे मन वीणा की तारे, हर पल शिव का नाम पुकारे, मैंने शिव से लगाए लगन, ओ लगन मैंने शिव से लगाए लगन। मैं सेवक हो मेरे स्वामी, मेरे शिव है अंतर्यामी, ये जीवन ये कंचन काया, सब है मेरे शिव के माया। शिव मेरे साथ है, दिन है या रात है, शिव मेरे साथ है, दिन है या रात है, गाओ हर पल में शिव के भजन। मेरे मन वीणा की तारे, हर पल शिव का नाम पुकारे, मैंने शिव से लगाए लगन, ओ लगन, मैंने शिव से लगाए लगन। बोलो हर 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 महादेव, हर 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 महादेव, हर 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 महादेव, हर 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 महादेव। प्रेम से बोलो शुमापति महादेव की जय। And to testify how close Guruji was with Mahadev, he decided to get married to a lady called Mahadi. Very close, eh? So at this time, let's pass the mic over to Lalita, who will now read the eulogy.
Sitaram, everyone. Namaste to each and every one of you. So this is going to be a tough choice and a tough decision was to write this eulogy. It took me a whole day. Mind you, I had 300 pages to concise into 2 pages, right? From 300 pages of a autobiography into 2 pages. So if I don't mention something that I forgot, please forgive me. Today we gathered not just in mourning, but in a celebration of an extraordinary life of Guru Ramananda Ji Ramcumar Singh, known to many as Guruji and affectionately called Ramboy by his family. My name, Lalita Ramcumar Singh, his daughter-in-law. Though he often reminds me, I'm simply his next daughter. It is an honor, but deep emotional one, to stand before you and pay tribute to a man who touched so many lives with his wisdom, devotion, and unwavering spirit. Guruji's life was one of profound purpose, shaped by his deep love for God. That bhajan, Mere Mane, that we just sang, is a testament to the fact that the meaning of that song says, my God and my love is Lord Shiva. He was born on the 24th of July, 1945, to Ramdas and Chandraban Singh in Shagwana. He was raised in a family and instilled both discipline and spiritual values. He attended Montrose Vedic School, where his grandchildren attended as well. Later high school in Shagwana, cementing his lifelong bond with his hometown. So as they say, he's a born and bred Shagwana's man all his life. Even in his youth, Guruji displayed both a sharp mind and adventurous spirit, whether it was learning photography, exploring his family business, or even testing his skills in marksmanship alongside his brother Chris. I wonder if you all know he can shoot. Did you all know he could shoot with a rifle? Back in those days, his brother and him would excitedly shoot pigeons off the Shagwana's market roof. However, Guruji's heart was always drawn towards spirituality. In 1967, he met his guru, Swami Prakashananda, and immediately recognized his soul had found what he was asking for and what he was seeking in his mind. Under Swamiji's guidance, he immersed himself in yoga, meditation, and intense spiritual discipline. His unwavering dedication led him to undertake rigorous sadhanas, including months of silence mauna and fasting on fruits and water. His spiritual journey also led him to lovingly meet his wife, the late Mahadev Singh, through kirtans and devotion. During those days while practicing yoga, he was able to attain astral traveling and later also assisted in building the ashram in Glad Road, Rio Claro. Next, he was asked to teach yoga at the Naparima Bowl and Shagwana's Noel's Hall, where he earned the title Guru Ramananda Ji. Next, he went on to teach yoga and meditation in Caracas, Venezuela, at the Simon Boulevard University. No wonder she picked up a teaching wife, eh? Together, his wife and him, built not just a family, but a life of service and faith. Guruji wore many hats: yoga teacher, businessman, husband, father, and spiritual mentor to many. His ventures from photography to his puja stores in Chaguanas Market were always infused with his passion for spreading devotion and knowledge, whether selling religious items, singing bhajans, or guiding students in meditation. Guruji was a beacon of light for many. As time moved along, the couple decided to get an apartment close to his family and become neighbors and good friends with Mr. Satnarayan Pariag and his wife. This is when Ramcumar Singh decided to start making his wife become his master at making sweets. So he told me that every time he will make a batch of sweets, and when it didn't taste good, he will send her back to make it again, over and over until she got it right. Right? So I guess she was a determined woman, right? So he said I would let her experiment and he would be the one to eat and sample. And if it didn't taste good, he would tell her to go back and make it again. This led him to selling sweets to the grocery stores. Around that time, he also started selling printed flags with the deities on them. When that didn't work out, he decided to visit India to start bringing stainless steel wares to sell. India sparked many inspirational moments for him into meditation and yoga, and he continued the quest of God realization. Then in 1985, Mr. Parariag and Ramcumar Singh decided to buy a piece of land to build their homes right here, Ramsaran Park. Lots of sacrifice went into building this home, allowing him to continue his worship and devotion to God. In 1990, he met Sri Swami Ganapati Sachidananda, where after visiting him, in visiting him, he was able to open his third eye during meditation. During this time, he also met Swami Sankeshwaras and was encouraged to continue practicing yoga. This resulted in him and Shiva taking their journey home. Life tested him, challenged, and gave him many challenges after this. But he met it with resilience and faith. A severe accident and subsequently he got a stroke. But that didn't break his spirit. His first words after overcoming the stroke and he was not able to talk was the words of Master Swati, a bhajan. He continued his prayers, his sadhana, and his teaching, showing all of us what true perseverance looks like. His devotion and love for God, as well as care for his family, gave him the encouragement to overcome this terrible phase. As soon as he became better, he encouraged his wife to start catering. He went back to doing his sadhanas and yoga practices. After some years, Kunti and Avi decided to have a yajna and invited Pandit Prakash Gosain to officiate. This resulted in him doing devotion to Bhairav Baba and regarding some of his spiritual knowledge lost after the accident. As time went by, he decided to have meditation classes at home where everyone could benefit. Thursdays, his Sheila would start visiting more often as he seeks spiritual knowledge. This meditation class was on a Thursday. While during the class, he decided to build the Mother Lakshmi. And if you take a peek across, you'll see the Mother Lakshmi Murti. So he built that Mother Lakshmi Murti from scratch. And he also carved the lingam right next here. So he built those two things by himself. Next, together, obviously, with Uncle Chilo's help. Right, next, Kunti and her parents decided to do Hanuman Chalisa. And this involved Pandit Dharan Bihari singing all 108 by himself. Of course, that was a challenge, but Aja or Ramcumar Singh made that possible. His birthday celebrations was song, dance, and merriment with beautiful bhajans and songs. He rejoiced his life and message with love and devotion surrendering to God. Guruji was not only a spiritual teacher and leader, he was a father, grandfather, mentor, and a friend. His teachings will live on in the hearts of those he guided. The prayers he led and the love he gave so freely. His legacy is one of strength, resilience, and unwavering faith. He showed us how to live with devotion, how to face hardships with courage, and how to embrace God with every fiber of our being. As we bid farewell to our beloved Guruji Ramanandaji, we also express our deepest gratitude to the doctors who cared for him in his final days. Dr. Khatri, Dr. Shastri, Dr. Ramlal, and Dr. K.B. Singh. Also, I take great pleasure in also thanking Mr. Pariag and Pandit Dharan for all their support throughout this time of mourning. And we offer grateful thanks to each and every one of you who came. Though Guruji is no longer with us in spirit, he reminds us every day to chant, pray, and do our acts of devotion. To continuing to honor him, please remember to keep Om Namah Shivaya in your minds in everything that you do. Namaste, Sitaram.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You know, I'm listening to Lalita saying all these beautiful things. And everything she would have said was the truth and nothing but the truth. I've gone to many funerals, and I myself sometimes just have a lie. Because I don't know the individual who died. I'm the pundit and have to say good things about the individual. But you know what? This morning's eulogy was a true eulogy of the person that we are seeing before us. And you know, just very quickly, I want to let you know how and the reason why I became so close to this family. The first day that I met Auntie Day, Auntie Mahade, and Kunti at a satsang at the family's home in Calcutta, they invited me to come at their home next day as they were catering some pressed food. And they said, why don't you come and collect some nice food? So I really come and taste the food. And Dove, that was the mistake of their life. Because guess what? One share of food that they give to me, and from the next day I walk in the gate and started walk straight into the kitchen. And I started eat every day. I will come. Sometimes the people who live in this house will call me, what Dove cook? I say, why are they calling me? Because, I just always get food before everybody else. But you know, that's one of the reasons I will really miss him and Auntie Day. But you know what? They have really impacted a lot in my life. Many a times when I was down and I felt certain things I could not achieve, they gave me that positivity and that blessings that it will be achieved. As a matter of fact, Lolita, you made one mistake. The first 5 years was supposed to be Bhajan Mala, 108 bhajans. When Guruji realized after 2 years we were very successful, he said, Dharan, guess what? I said, what? He said, you're going to do Hanuman Chalisa this time. I said, but Guruji, that is impossible. With a bhajan, you could still leave out a verse. But Hanuman Chalisa is 40 verses. He said, you don't worry, you have the blessings, you will get it done. And together with Auntie Day, they encouraged me, and guess what? It was done very, very successfully with record time as well. So I owe a lot to this family, and I would really miss them a lot. But you know, the teachings that they gave to me, even as a pundit, I have only been the person that I am today because of their guidance and their support. And I extend gratitude to both of them, wherever their souls will be. May it always be in happy bliss and peace. So at this time, there's one part that the family would do at this time, and I will ask them to do this. And while we do this, we'll all lift our voices as we chant to Bhagwan Krishna. Hari Om, Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Vihari, bolo, Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Vihari, Jai Gopi Chanavallabha, Jai Gopi Chanavallabha, Jai Girivardhari, Jai Radha Madhava, जय कुंज विहारी बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे करे गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद गोविंद गोविंद भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद गोविंद गोविंद भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद. Let us all stand as we have our final partner here, as we continue to pray that Prabhu, as that soul is now coming back to your direction, Prabhu, we ask you to open your arms and accept him. He would have spent his entire life preparing for this moment, Prabhu. Though it is very emotional, very difficult for us to accept, but this is what he lived his life for. For this moment when he will become one with the Lord once again. When he will no longer have to go through pain and suffering and difficulties and trials and tribulations. And like I said, this is the time that we should allow that soul to be free. So we pray to Bhagwan this evening, this afternoon, on behalf of that soul. Hari Om Anadi Dedhano Deva Shankar Chakra Garadara Akshay Pundarikakshaya Preta Moksha Pradurbhava Gita Ganga Cha Gayatri Sita Satya Saraswati Brahm Vidya Brahm Valiti Sandhya Mukti Gehini Admatra Chidananda Bhavagni Bhayanashani Vedatrayi Parananta Tatvata Jnana Manjari Jyoti Bindhu परमात्मा से ऐ मेरी आत्मा अब कर ले मिलन परमानंद का अनुभव कर तो परमानंद का अनुभव कर तो धन्य बना जीवन ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरे आत्मा अब कर ले मिलन अब कर ले मिलन अब And all the classes he would have done with his godchildren, the gist of everything he would have done and taught to them was to remind them, Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham ज्योत से ज्योत जगाओ सद्गुरु ज्योत से ज्योत जगाओ मेरा अंतरते मेरा विगाओ सद्गुरु ज्योत से ज्योत जगाओ I am not this perishable body, I am not the restless mind, I am not the craving ego, I am Atman so sublime. Consciousness is that I am, consciousness is that I am ever existing and blissfully divine, ever existing and blissfully divine. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu cha saka tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. O palanhare nirguna nyare, O palanhare nirguna nyare, tumre bin hamara kaun nyare, tumre bin hamara. May the soul find peace. May each and every one of us find peace within our hearts and within our homes. May there be peace and happiness in our community. May there be peace and happiness in the country. And may there be peace and happiness in the world. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Prem Sabolo Shri Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai, Shri Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai, Shri Pavan Putra Hanuman Ki Jai, Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki Jai. Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki. Ram Nam, Ram Nam, Ram Nam. So we remain standing just for a few seconds as we're going to make way to go to the gateway, where we're going to have our first manzil, our first stop. Second stop will be at the first Foro Junction, right out here, and then we'll proceed to the Waterloo cremation site. I think the route that they're using is we're going back on the main Body Health Center. They're coming through the back road to go to Chanagar, because I understand there is a roadblock on the Chase Village flyover, so that might hold back some of the proceedings. So we'll go through the back. So I hope to see most of you at the cremation ground, where we'll continue. I want to especially thank the members of the audio team and the video team for a wonderful job this morning. ASAP Entertainment and Sound System. I also want to thank Sound Boys Sound System and my good brother Pandit Anil for the wonderful job they have done this morning. Guruji would have never wanted anything more than what he got this morning. And I must say God's blessings to each and every one of you. So at this time, we'll proceed to continue our service.
World we have come alone, or jaye bhi akela. And in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. Do din ki zindagi hai, do din ka mela. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. Aaye bhi akela, aur jaye bhi akela.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mam deva deva. आए भी अकेला